That happening right now, as I mentioned before, it is Black Friday. That means tens of thousands of people here in New Mexico are out trying to bag the best bargains possible. News 13's David Romero is one of them. He is live out at the Kohl's at Coronado Center. Good morning, Dave.
Well, good morning, Matt. You know what? Every once in a while we hear some Christmas music pumped through the speakers here in Kohl's department store. We made our way up the escalator. We're on the second floor right now. We're in the shoe section, a very popular section for pretty much anybody, but especially women, you know. We are joined this morning by Hannah and Samantha. Hannah, what kind of deals are you finding?
Found a lot of good deals on shoes and some clothes for her nephews and some stuff for the bathroom, towels and stuff. Some good deals.
Hopefully her nephew's not watching right now. I don't know if you're getting that for Christmas or not, but anyway.
It's my nephews.
What have you found?
Well, I shop for the family, so I've got really good deals and everything. Plus, I get Kohl's cash, which is really nice. But really good deals.
How long have you both been out?
Since about 2 a.m., yeah.
Yeah, we're tired.
Where do you go from here?
Going to Target now.
So do you think it was worth it to come out on Black Friday and get these deals?
Very worth it. I do all my Christmas shopping on Black Friday.
Yep. And then you get the Kohl's cash and you can come back and buy something for yourself.
So does it end here, or is there more after this?
A little bit more after this.
So much more after this.
Very nice. Ladies, good luck shopping out there. And, you know, as we mentioned, there's still some foot traffic picking up in the mall. We are at Coronado Center. And, guys, it looks like a pretty healthy Black Friday for a lot of shoppers here in the Albuquerque area. We're going to have more coming up at 6:30. Matt, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Romero. Now, according to Wikipedia, great source here, the term Black Friday was first used back in 1869, simply referring to the shopping day after Thanksgiving. Now, it was not until the 1960s that police began using it to describe the traffic jams created by the shopping day. I've also heard that the term means it's the day when retailers actually start to make profit for the year. Okay, 6:03. Looks like there is no time for sleeping for shoppers coast to coast either. Millions of them started spending on Thanksgiving, which could take a bite out of the Black Friday's bottom line. That would just be the single day's bottom line. Don Champion has more. He's in Times Square.
A crowd of about 200 people were ready to go when the Toys R Us here in Times Square opened its doors at 5 p.m., some waiting hours to get inside.
It's real good. Hopefully I'll be able to get everything that I need to get today.
While shoppers complete their lists, stores are opening earlier in order to snap up consumers looking for a deal.
If someone kicks off the holiday shopping season earlier, then and the consumers move that direction, you as a competing retailer are going to get a smaller share of the wallet.
But the Thanksgiving sales are souring to those who say the holiday should be spent with loved ones.
We should be at home with our family. My husband's got it off, and I have to work it.
Retail employees might want to get used to the idea of working on a holiday. Analysts expect to see a Thanksgiving sales increase of up to 5% over last year.
I think having more stores open on Thanksgiving Day takes away from Black Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It extends and spreads out the amount of shopping that's done.
Despite that dip, retailers are expected to ring up more than $9 billion in store sales today.
And that was Don Armstrong reporting. Some people got a jump start on their holiday shopping yesterday during what is now being called Gray Thursday. In fact, Best Buy here in Duke City saw more than 1,000 people within the first half hour after it opened at 5. Old Navy opened up at 4, selling everything for half off. Target was another very, very busy place. Hundreds of folks in line and many trying to snag a good deal on TVs, including one couple that even camped out in a tent.
That $119, you can't beat that for a 40-inch. And yeah, we still have the TVs with the back on it, so it's nice to get probably 2 of those, hopefully.
I have 3 kids, so for me it's the bargains. Being able to save a little bit of money and get my kids what they want for Christmas.
Many shoppers say they had their Thanksgiving dinner early yesterday to make sure they wouldn't miss out on all those great deals. Well, this Black Friday will not be about shopping for some. They all around the country are refusing to spend money as part of a protest because of the outcome of the grand jury decision in Ferguson, Missouri that chose not to indict police officer Darren Wilson for shooting and killing Michael Brown back in August. Here in Albuquerque, protesters say they plan to meet at the Coronado Center at 10 this morning in the food court. Don't be surprised if you see them. And dozens of people have already interrupted holiday shopping at major stores in the St. Louis area. Last night, they spent a few minutes inside a number of different stores chanting all as law enforcement officers stood by. There have not been reports of any arrest from these protests. Meanwhile, back in Ferguson, Michael Brown's hometown, it was quiet holiday night with no visible protests for the first time since last weekend. All right, 6:06, overnight news while you were sleeping. One person shot and killed in Austin, Texas after police say that person was targeting several buildings with a gun. Police in Austin say I-35 is shut down. In police headquarters, they had to evacuate everyone there after a man started shooting downtown. According to our sister station, KXAN, after that man was shot, officers dragged him out of the car to help him when they noticed he was wearing what they call a suspicious vest and what looked like had an explosive device in his car. The bomb squad was called in. A bomb robot is now being brought out to check that device just to make sure everything is okay. We do know it was a man who was shot and killed, the man who was doing the shooting. Police have not said who this man is, nor have they said why they think he did it. Again, downtown Austin basically shut down right now. We'll have updates on this as we go through the day. You can also check for them at KRQE.com. 6:07, if you're planning on heading out to the sales today, you'll want to take some extra steps to make sure you are safe. Experts do not think that the recent rash of cybercrimes is going to slow down anytime soon. This year, you remember big chains such as Target, Home Depot, and Michael's have been hacked, compromising the personal information of millions of shoppers. But there are ways you can protect yourself.
Check your checking account each day if you can. Do online banking or even over the phone banking to watch out for any fraudulent charges.
Computer security firm McAfee estimates that crimes including identity theft and fraud cost the economy $500 billion each and every year. All right, happening right now, Great Thursday is over. Black Friday is here, where tens of thousands of shoppers are headed out to try to bag some of the best bargains all around the state. News 13's David Romero is out with some of them. David, you're at the Kohl's at Coronado Center, and you're not seeing kind of the crowds that they saw last night, right?
No, store representatives told us earlier they were saying about between 8 and 10 last night. That's when the crowds were like just madhouse in here. Nobody was pushing or shoving, so that was a good thing. But within the last half hour, we have seen it pick up over here. The lines have been picking up at the checkout stands, and of course, you know, these are some people that have been out all night, and we found some really smart shoppers that have just come out as of this morning. It's Monica Iannone and Angelique. So you guys just came out this morning, saving Thursday for Thanksgiving and coming out today. What are you hoping to find?
Boots. We're looking for boots and shoes and some belts right now. But who knows what else we're going to find. We'll find some more, I'm sure of it.
Angelique, was it hard to get up this morning?
Yeah, it really was. I was so tired from last night, staying up.
Just all turkeyed out?
Yeah.
She was.
So do you both agree that maybe it's starting a little too early for some of these places to open on Thanksgiving?
I think so. But we thought about coming out and we said no, we need to spend it with the family. So we had family come from out of town, so it was important that we just spent it with each other and at home.
How many places are you going to drag Mom to?
It depends on how many she'll actually go to.
Well, she looks like she's in the Christmas spirit. Right?
I'm ready. I'm definitely ready.
Very good. Well, guys, we're going to find more shoppers here at Kohl's department store in Coronado Center. Like I said, the foot traffic is picking up, so if you haven't gone out yet and you're planning on going out today, now might be the time to do it. Matt, back to you.
All right, sounds like a lot of fun out there. Thank you, David. Holiday shopping is getting longer, with more businesses opening on Thursday. Experts say anyone who is waiting until today to get the best deals may simply be too late. They say that sales data suggests that stores have the best bargains on Thanksgiving Day. Well, do not forget, you can still get great deals tomorrow and help the economy. It's Small Business Saturday. It's a day to get out and shop at locally owned businesses and help the economy that way. Hundreds of stores all around New Mexico, Old Town, up in Santa Fe, all over the place will be open. They'll have specials and sales, and they say go support them if you can. They say shopping local helps keep more jobs and more money in town. Now, here's a warning for you during this holiday shopping season. Look out for fake stuff. Investigators say counterfeit goods get passed around a lot this time of year. They say if a deal sounds too good to be true, especially if it's from someone or a shop you do not know, then it probably is. 6:34, some other news this morning. Should voters have to show their IDs to cast a ballot? That's what folks in Hobbs will decide in just a few weeks. Voters there are going to the polls December 9th for a special election on a voter ID law. Supporters say it'll prevent voter fraud, but others, including civil rights groups, say it'll disproportionately affect Black, Hispanic, poor, and older voters. Many cities and states have already passed or are trying to pass voter ID laws. Let you know what happens in Hobbs. Well, thousands more homes here in New Mexico are on their way to getting power from Mother Nature. The state just approved PNM's plan to spend $79 million on a few huge solar arrays. PNM says that'll produce 40 megawatts of solar power. That's enough, so you know, to power more than 16,000 homes. The new solar centers will be in Santa Fe and Bernalillo counties. PNM has not said exactly where they will be. No doubt this is a season to be generous. That's exactly what one woman in Albuquerque is doing. She's reaching out to struggling family members in honor of a loved one who never had his first Thanksgiving. News 13's Catherine Mazzone has the story.
Thank you. You're welcome. Appreciate it.
They're two simple words.
I can't believe it. It's very thoughtful and generous of her.
But for people like Mona Segura, it's the least they can do to express their appreciation to a stranger.
She gave me Thanksgiving dinner for my family. I did need help. I've been out of a job since June. It's been rough, and I thought it was a very nice gesture of her.
Segura is one of 6 families.
Okay, I think these are some people
enjoying a free Thanksgiving meal on Tirsa Corrales.
They had to have children. That's the only thing that I asked, and that they were low income.
But Corrales isn't part of any charity group.
Thank you. Have a good Thanksgiving.
She's doing this all on her own.
I had lost my son in February of 2013, and I always told myself that I wanted to do things in his memory. He was born at 26 weeks. He was 2 pounds, 14 ounces. He showed me that never take anything for granted.
Charlie was born very sick. Doctors thought he might get better, but he never did. Charlie died at 21 days.
It was awful. It was really hard for me to stay strong for my other son and to try to be happy.
But as Corrales began to heal, she decided she wanted to give back, especially when it came to kids. It's why she took to social media to find families in need.
I lost my job in August, they denied my unemployment, and things continue to turn for the worse.
The response was overwhelming, and Corrales couldn't help everyone who reached out. But for those 6 families, Thanksgiving will be a little brighter this year.
It means a lot. Now we can have Thanksgiving dinner.
It's all Corrales needs in return.
As long as I know that kids that weren't going to have a Thanksgiving are going to have a Thanksgiving, brings joy to my heart. I know he's proud of me.
Catherine Mazzone, KRQE News 13.
Such a kind thing for her to do. And Ms. Corrales plans to sponsor families this Christmas, too. For information on how you can help her out, or if you or someone you know is struggling and could use a little hand up this holiday season, head to our website at krqe.com. You can check out Catherine's story there and get more information. Well, the holidays, as we know, are tough for those who cannot afford big meals, but there are people here in the community trying to help. In fact, yesterday, San Diego served up meals for 300 foster kids and their parents at the bottom of the tram. Then they gave the families reduced rates to ride the tram to the top of the Sandias.
It's a time of giving, and it makes us. There's a lot of good time feelings in here, serving people with the underprivileged kids and the foster parents, and doing them a favor, and they enjoy everything.
Joy Junction had its annual Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, too, for families there and some other folks who are struggling. They served about 300 meals.